There is no coming out of this. The General of the People brought in more evidence, more files. According to the General of the People, Senzo Mchunu appointed Nkabinde as a chief of staff as a reward for not arresting him. Nkabinde was investigating Mchunu for the case of murder. Okay, let's take it back a little bit. Nkabinde used to work for the SAPS and later joined the IPID, and while at IPID, they were investigating Mchunu for the case of murder. That's when they met. That's how the relationship started. Now, what do we know about the case of murder? Nothing. The investigation died, and Nkabinde mushroomed as a chief of staff, a job that he had no idea what it entails. So Mchunu is not new to this. Mchunu has long been serving the criminals. He's long been a criminal servant. Listen to this.
Part of establishing the facts, but the fact is, he and Mr. McBride had flown, they took a flight from Gauteng, and they landed in Durban, and they traveled from Durban to Nkabinde at the minister's residence. And they went to meet the minister to go and tell him about the criminal investigation that the two of them were busy with at IPID. And it will appear that at the time that the minister might have been implicated on that case. But the two of them had somehow have some working arrangement with the minister. That's what brought the three of them close to each other. That's how the relationship came about. Well, I didn't believe much of what he told me. He mentioned that, and of course I asked, I said, but what type of a case, what is this that we're busy with? And he said there was a death of someone in KZN, and the minister at the time was accused to have interfered with the destruction of an evidence, a crucial evidence that was there. And that led into, because there was a police officers, bodyguards that were involved, that were working with the minister at that time when he was a premier. That led into the involvement of IPID, because IPID would ordinarily investigate cases that involve police. So that's how IPID came involved from that case, because there was a complaint of the police involvement on the wrong. So in their investigation, it led into some degree an act that the premier at the time have done wrong. That what made them to be close to each other. But as to the reason why they never arrested the premier at the time, I don't have the details of it. As I say, it's part of the things that I'm still making inquiries on, because he had not given me the case number at the time when he was telling me that. He just mentioned that that's how they got to know each other. The relationship started from there. To my surprise is that there is a one former chief of staff of the police, of the Minister of Police at the time, who also confirmed the same thing to me recently, not a few weeks ago. He said that Mr. Nkabinde shared the same thing with him. So that made me realize it means the relationship between him and the minister was formed out of an investigation that Nkabinde was doing. That's how they got to know each other. Because at the time, Nkabinde was not a politician, although of late I see him wearing political party t-shirts, but he was not a politician at the time.
And was it